I need to stop eating, man. My muffin top is not cute. And I want bikini body 2K17. Jai!
Hi you guys, and welcome to NK Entertainment TV. I am NK, and today I'm going to be doing my first story time video. So ever since I started my channel, which was not too long ago, I've had a lot of my male friends call me or text me and be like, yo, listen, NK, I understand you're the beauty girl, you're the girl who does hair, whatever, but I want to hear something funny, something that's going to make me laugh. So I'm like, okay, why don't I just tell one of my crazy stories? You guys, you won't believe how many crazy stories, how many crazy things have happened to me within the short period of time I've been on this earth. So I was like, you know what, I have a bunch of funny stories. Lots of crazy things have happened to me recently. Not even recently, just in general, in my life of living. So I'm going to be doing story times on this channel, and hopefully they'll keep you guys entertained, keep you guys excited for more, and let's get right into it. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about the time I got yanked in the club. As in yanked, pulled in the club. This happened about 2 years ago when I went to Houston. If you know me, you will know that I frequent Houston quite often. It's kind of like a second home because it reminds me of Nigeria. It has a lot of African restaurants, African shops, and Africans in general. So whenever I'm there, I feel like I'm back in Nigeria. Honestly, I went there 2 years ago for one of my friend's birthdays. She had a whole dinner and whole club event. So we went to dinner. Dinner was great, excellent. We were late, but we still had a good time and mingled with her friends. So we're like, cool, these are going to be some great people to go to the club with. So we went to this one club and we're having a good time. My friend was being chatted up by one guy, so you know she was enjoying herself. Me and my girls were on the dance floor just dancing, shoki, and whatever. So we were having a great time. Out of nowhere, this one guy comes up to me and tries to like start dancing with me. I'm all like, yo, who is this? I'm feeling like trying to like back up on me or whatever. I turn around and I'm like, oh,
hey, what's up?
This guy was like, oh hi, my name is so and such, and I want to get to know you and whatever. I'm like,
well, I'm kind of busy right now. I'm dancing with my girls, maybe later.
He's like, okay, cool, no problem, maybe later. He now goes about his business. I'm now minding my own business, doing my own thing. Out of nowhere, I feel another guy tap on my back. And I'm like,
oh hey, what's up?
The guy is like, oh hey, I was sent to call you to come over there. I'm like,
what? Sent to call me to come over where?
He said to come over there and pointed in a direction to his right. Who was in that direction, you may ask? The guy. He was like, well, I was sent by my cousin to come and call you, so I need to bring you back there. What does that mean? Maybe if you're like the king of Dubai, I may reconsider. I'd have no problem, because I know gold will be there, jewels will be there, money will be there. But you're some random person who has sent someone to call me, as in what? What are you trying to form? So I told the guy, I was like,
no, I'm not going there. What about some like dog or something you can call like whoop whoop and I'll be there? No, that's not gonna happen.
So he now leaves and goes back to his cousin. I'm doing my things with my girls. The guy then comes out of his section and he's like, oh, he wasn't too aggressive or anything. He was just like, oh, I sent this guy to come and call you. I sent a whole somebody to come and call you and you still didn't come. I then told him, I was like,
listen, you can't be doing that. I don't know who you think you are, but with me that's not going to work. That's not going to fly.
He was like, oh, I don't know what you mean. I'm trying to explain to you and show you that I like you and I want to get to know you. We now got to talking for about like 30 minutes and he was nice. I was sweating when we started talking. He got me some napkins, got me like a beverage, whatever. And you know, he was a nice person. So he was like, oh, I'm going to another club after this. Do you want to join? I'm like,
no, I'm going somewhere else after this for the continuation of my friend's birthday night event thing.
And he was like, okay, well, let me get your number. So I was like, okay, no qualms. He seemed like a nice guy. I thought he was a bit arrogant initially, but he seemed really cool. So I gave him my number. So he ended up where he ended up and I ended up where I ended up. I didn't tell him where I was going. I just said I was going somewhere else. So now my friends and I were at this other club. We were cutting up, letting loose, having a good time. So we were having a great time. about 30 minutes before the club was about to close, I then see the cousin of the guy, the one that was sent. I saw him, and he saw me. He was like, oh hey, I remember you, you're from the other club. I'm like, yeah. Now pay in mind that weekend I had some platinum silver like gray hair, like anybody could spot me and see me. And that weekend I was trying to escape from some people in the club. Having that hair did not help me at all, so they could easily spot me. So I was like, yeah, it's me. He's like, oh yeah, I was trying to call you and you were forming and this for my cousin. I was like,
don't worry about that, it's been handled.
So my girls and I were about to leave the club. The guy in question now walks up to me and he's like, oh, you see, I found you. Anywhere you go, I'm gonna find you. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? But whatever. So we were now on our way out of the club. He starts talking to one of his other friends. I'm trying to walk out, like exit, and the security guard gets up and is like, yo, you cannot take that drink out of here. I'm like, because I had a drink in my hand, in my right hand I had a drink, and I was like, oh god, I know I'm not supposed to be carrying this drink, but I don't want to drop it now. It was sweetening me at that time. And I told the security guard, I was like, well,
it's already been purchased, you know it's purchased from here, can I just have this drink and go?
He was like, no, nobody's allowed to carry drinks out of here, nothing like that. I was like, oh wow. Then the guy leaves his friend to come to where I am and challenges the security man. Bear in mind, the guy who I was talking to, you know, he looks like he's strong, but the security guard in question is like buff, like real buff, and looks like someone that can knock you out. So the guy comes up to him and is like, you will not talk to her like that. You will let her do what she wants to do and she can walk out of here with whatever she wants to walk out of here with. Do you have a problem with that?
No, I can't just look like, see how this guy can't stand up for me, as in, no shaking.
But I was scared because I wasn't sure what the security guard was going to do and I didn't want a fight to break out. The security guard all of a sudden did not say anything whatsoever. He just let it be. So I was like, what kind of power this guy come get like this, and the security guard is gonna respect him like this? So I had no problem. I just walked out with my drink. That's what I really wanted. And we were going towards my friend's car. I thought the guy was gonna leave after like, you know, doing that, but he was like, no, I want to walk you all the way to the car. I'm like, you know, I can make it, my friends are here. He's like, no, I want to walk you all the way, no problem. It was about like a 10-minute walk to get to where we were going to. We now got to where my friend had parked. Once we got there, he then started talking to another one of his friends that he saw. And I was like, okay, well, I don't have time to wait for this. My friend had already entered his car and was waiting for me. So I was like, okay, bye. I will talk to you later. I'm not sure if he heard me well, but I now entered my friend's car. At this point in time, all 4 doors were closed. It was about a minute that had passed and my friend was about to start the engine for the car door on my side to open abruptly. I was like, get it in. Like, I was like, what is going on? The guy opened the door. So, like, it was just, the way he did it was just so crazy. Like, seriously. And I was like, Chai. My friend was in his car. Randomly, someone comes, opens the door like this. I didn't know what my friend was going to do, but my friend remained calm. The guy then goes, I wasn't done talking to you and you just left. What kind of a thing is that? What does that mean? This and the rest. I'm like,
listen, and in my friend's car we're about to go. Why are you opening the door like this?
I wanted to tell you bye and I wanted to ask you, if I call you, are you gonna pick up? Really? And I looked at the guy and said,
don't worry, when you call I will answer.
He said, oh, okay, no problem. You have a good night. Have a good night, ladies. And did not even pay attention to the guy that was in the front seat. I was like, haba. So my friends were like, which kind of follow with this man come follow you like this? What kind of person did you meet like this? And so I now looked at my friend who was in, you know, the driver. My friend who was driving that night. He was in the driver's seat and I was like, I'm so sorry for what happened. I didn't mean for that to happen. I don't even know how this guy came inside here like this. He was like, no, it's okay. Thank goodness he's like a really calm person. He was like, don't worry about it. It's okay. That it's already concerned the guy really liked you, this and the rest. After I had gone back to Louisiana, we talked for about like 2 to 3 weeks. He now was like, okay, when next are you gonna come to Houston? I was like, I probably will be there in about 2 weeks. From that time that he talked to me, it was gonna be another 2 weeks before I came to Houston. He was like, okay, well, where are you gonna stay? I was like, I'm gonna be staying in a hotel. My friends and I always stay in a hotel whenever we come. He was all like, oh no, there is no way that you can come here to my town and be staying in a hotel. I'm gonna take care of your accommodation. I was like, what do you mean you're gonna take care of my accommodation? You don't know me like that, to be taking care of my accommodation. What are you talking about? Because normally my friends and I, we just like doing our own thing, getting our own place, knowing that it's us that has it and we can do what we want. I thought about it for like a few days and I was like, okay, this guy is being real persistent. Let me just go ahead and say yes. So I said yes. So he was like, this place is well furnished, you'll be well taken care of, there is this and this. So I told my friends, who were all really giddy and like, you know, girls now, we're going to be going here, we're going to be staying here, this is where this master we're going to be staying. Me, dummy, behaving like Johnny just come, believing this man that I barely know. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but you know, this man, like, I should just not have believed him because he was sounding somehow like from the beginning. Anyways, moving forward. Now the day had come when it's time for me to take my trip. I still hadn't gotten the address of where I'm going to be staying. I then sent them a text. I was like, hey, listen, I still haven't gotten the address. What's the address so I know where I'm going to be going to? He didn't respond to me for a little while, I think for about 2 hours or something like that. And I was like, which kind of wahala is this one now? He normally doesn't take this long to respond. For him to respond to me and tell me that the accommodation is not going to go as planned. So the plan that we had planned is not going to go as planned. What does that mean? So now imagine how I'm feeling, the embarrassment that I'm feeling now of what I'm going to have to tell my friends. Now we're gonna have to bring out money to get our own place because I refuse to let him do anything else after that. And this is so last minute. He was trying to explain himself. I did not even have time. I told him, listen, I don't have your time because I really don't have time for the bullshit. That's just the truth. I don't have time for it. You can't tell me something and then change your mind so last minute. It doesn't happen. And you expect me to believe another word that's gonna come out of your mouth. I'm not going to believe anything that's going to come out of your mouth. Note that. So I told him that's just exactly how it was. I told him. And I was like, I don't have your time. I'm not interested in furthering any more conversation with you. And I went off the phone. After I got off the phone with him, I blocked him off WhatsApp. I blocked him off my phone. I didn't want to receive anything else because it was childish. It was dumb. This is someone who's older than me, behaving like a child. And I did not understand it. Now my friends and I got our own hotel room, and again it was the day off, so the prices were gonna be jacked up, which is why I was even more upset. Like, seriously? And he was just moving too slow. Maybe he could have gotten like a hotel or something, but he was just moving too slow for me, and I like to just be doing, you know, kia fast. I don't want no JJ movements, I beg, when it comes to certain things. So we just got our own place. We got to Houston. We had our own peace of mind. We had, you know, because you know when someone gets something for you, you have to, like, you know, be a certain kind of nice to them and finesse them and whatever. I didn't have time for all of that. So I was like, this is just best. Now we got in, we grabbed something to eat and heard that there was going to be a party going on. So we got all dressed up, got all dolled up, but we're going to walk up in there. We're going to be bad this and the rest. It had been about an hour since we'd been in the club. We were having a good old time. Now I just get up and I'm just, you know, perusing around a bit. For all of a sudden, me to see this guy walk up in the club with one girl like that. So I just tore my face. I was minding my own business. Also, again, my hair was different compared to when he met me. When he met me, I had grey hair. At this point in time, I had black hair, and it was a completely different style, and I wrapped it in a certain bun. So I was like, okay, he will not even recognize me. Lie. As soon as this man saw me, he comes send his girlfriend, whoever that girl was, to one corner. I then started seeing him walking towards me. I said, oh no, not today. This man walked up towards me with one kind bone face like this. He then goes, "Hey, I know you saw me." I was like, "Huh?"
About what kind of a scene is this man trying to cause now? We're out in public, man. We're in a club. Don't come here and start all of this drama for no reason.
He now goes, "Why did you block me? You blocked me. I've been trying to call you for the longest time. I've been trying to text you and it's not going through." I'm like,
"Listen, bruh, I don't have time for all of this. Like, seriously. You can just go about your own side, do your own thing. You came in with somebody else. Go and focus on her."
He's like, "No, why did you block me? What kind of a thing is that? I'm trying to explain myself to you." Now he's raising his voice at me and I don't play that. So as he's raising his voice at me, I then say,
"Nah, you listen, I'm about to go about my own business and do my own thing." And I did like this.
I began to walk away. From me doing like this and beginning to walk away, you know how it is now. You think you're just gonna walk straight and go your own direction. This man grabbed me like this. Ha ha.
Kilowi. He can't grab me like this in the club.
He grabbed me like I was some sort of poultry or some sort of small child or toy baby doll, and he's like, "Come here, I'm still talking to you." Hey, talking to who? So when this man grabbed me like this, now my friends were not in sight when he grabbed me, and I was just by myself. So when he grabbed me, I just go,
"Leave me alone. Hannah, what is the meaning of this?"
He said, "I'm talking to you and you're walking away." And so what? That's what I said.
"And so what? How do you think you are?" Kilowe.
I now start walking away. For me to turn back and see this man start breathing, panting hard and chasing me in the club. Almost see madness. Like walking, like chasing me in the club. I now found one area like this, use my small body, come finish through one area like this where I saw some guys and I started talking to them. Because I was like, I have to think quick and act quick, because this madman might now do something else. But if I come next to these guys now, he's gonna respect himself and get the hell out. And that's exactly what he did. So when he saw me, I started talking to them, he now got so livid. He just was like breathing hard, his eyes were out. He now walked to one corner. I then saw him talk to one girl. It was the girl that he walked in with. He got her to stand up and was like, "Come, we are leaving this club now," and marches out of there with her.
Oh, Mom. Me, I never seen this one before. And since that day, I have never seen that bloody man's face again, and I never want to see it again.
But that's the story of how I escaped that madman, and I just thank God I have not come in contact with him again. Me, I don't want. Anyways, do let me know what you guys think of these story times, if you think it's a good addition to my channel. I just feel like it's a different, side that you guys get to see of me and get to hear about some things that I've gone through and experienced, and they're very funny and very silly. You guys, I kid you not, my life is like a movie, like a Nollywood movie. Kid you not. But do like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let me know what you guys think of the video, what you may have done differently if you were in my situation. You guys know I was a bit younger back then, and sometimes the decisions I made were just really rash and just too quick for my own good at certain times. But also, that man was out of order. How would you have handled the situation differently if you were in my shoes? Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is NK and you are watching NK Entertainment TV.